Sergei Pavlovich versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik is happening. Now, who's going to win this fight? Well, first of all, who's going to win this fight? Let's take a look at their latest performances in which Sergei Pavlovich fought Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall dropped and put a lot of punishment on Sergei Pavlovich, and the rest enough and stopped the fight in round one.
Those leg kicks will pay dividends.
After Sergei Pavlovich went on to fight Alexander Volkov, in which both went back and forth, both landed some great shots and kicks, but Alexander Volkov completely outlanded Sergei Pavlovich, and Alexander Volkov won by decision.
Alexander Drago!
Now let's take a look at Jairzinho Rozenstruik's latest performances, in which he fought Shamil Gaziev, in which both started off great until Jairzinho Rozenstruik put a lot of punishment on Shamil, and the rest enough and stopped the fight in round 4. Now after Jairzinho went on to fight Taito Vivasa, in which Jairzinho took control of the whole entire fight, won every single round, and Jairzinho won by decision.
Now, this fight can go two ways. It can either be a crazy back and forth fight that leads to a knockout, or it can be a very technical fight and the fight goes all rounds and somebody takes it by decision, which it truly depends on how both men approach this fight, especially Sergei Pavlovich, because he's on a 2-fight losing streak. And honestly, I think it's clear that whenever he fights a smart and technical fighter who has very good defense, it's hard for him to get anything significant going. And we've seen this against Alexander Volkov. So if Jairzinho Rozenstruik can be very smart and technical, he might be able to do the same thing that Alexander Volkov did. But let's talk about it. With Sergei Pavlovich is a very dangerous striker. He waits and he waits, and when he sees the right opportunity, that's when he comes in and lets off a bunch of combinations and he goes after that knockout. And as for Jairzinho Rozenstruik, well, he's a very patient fighter, but he's also very good when it comes to keeping his range and catching his opponents. So it's very simple how this fight can go, because if we see that Sergei Pavlovich is struggling to get anything significant going, then he's most likely going to get outperformed and outlanded once again, like how we've seen against Alexander Volkov. Especially Jairzinho Rozenstruik is able to fight at a range that he's comfortable with, just putting that jab in Sergei's face and just moving around the octagon throughout the whole entire fight, never staying stationary. But I do believe that if Jairzinho Rozenstruik isn't successful at keeping his range and fighting smart and staying well under control whenever that pressure's on him, then I do see Sergei Pavlovich being successful with coming in and landing those heavy and vicious combinations. So I do got Sergei Pavlovich winning this fight and by knockout, as I don't see Jairzinho Rozenstruik being successful with a similar game plan that Alexander Volkov had.